Hello, hello, and welcome to today's purposeful episode. And today we have Larissa, and she's an entrepreneur, international best-selling author, speaker, artist, coach, and healer. She's the founder of Creative You, an online coaching and learning platform that helps women step into their authenticity with a help of creativity. Hi, and welcome, Marisa.
Thank you. I'm so super excited to be here.
I
Thanks.
am super excited. Oh, you guys, if you're listening to this episode on audio, I highly recommend go and watch Vita because she has some awesome, awesome background paintings. Oh my God, it's just so gorgeous. I would love to hear how did you start to do what you do right now?
Oh, it's been a journey. It's been a journey through my whole life. I've taught art and crafts and creativity most of my life. And then I've also suffered with depression off and on most of my life. So starting with when my children were born, 30 plus years ago, and struggling with postpartum depression, and then the depression just seemed to get more and more severe over the years. And so I had a very bad bout of depression, well, 5 or 6 years ago now, and I almost lost my life to it. So our mental health systems and what we have in place, even though I do live in Canada and we have great medical systems, mental health is still not the best. So I had to work really hard on myself. And so creativity is what got me through that. So painting again and journaling is just a huge part of that. And so that is really the important part to me, is that creativity. And I step by step worked through that. And as I did that, I sort of learned what worked, what didn't work. And now I've been able to help other people do the same for themselves, working through their own depression, just stepping into their own authenticity, doing what is best for their own mental health, and to become their happiest version of themselves.
That is so beautiful. And I would love to know what types of journaling are there?
Oh, there are so many types of journaling. Most people think there's just like journaling or not journaling, but you think of Julia Cameron and her morning pages, which is just literally a brain dump. Or there's happiness journals where you purposely write only happy thoughts. There's journaling to dig into things where you'll have prompts. And we do a lot of that with the work that we do, as I provide prompts so that we can start to work on certain things or it going in certain directions. There's art journaling, which is another thing that I do with a lot of my clients, is exploring emotions, journaling with color and words, and using different art materials. You could just go on and on and on with all the different types of journaling that there are. Specifically, the ones, like I said, that I use the most are the ones with prompts or the art journaling. But gratitude journaling is another one. I do gratitude every night. Yeah.
What does that mean, art journaling? I've never heard of it before.
Oh, okay.
Can you
Um,
expand? Yeah.
yes, art journaling is literally a journal that we can write in, color in, paint in, collage in. So the paper's a little bit thicker so that we can, get it really gritty and work through things. It's not about creating a finished picture per se. It's about working through those feelings and emotions with color, with texture, and just being able to get messy. Yeah. Yeah.
What is the number one mistake that people do when they're journaling?
I don't know that there's a mistake per se that you can make, but I find that most people think there's a right way or a wrong way to journaling, and there isn't. There's a way that works for you, and there's a way that doesn't work for you. And for everybody, that's going to be different. So, maybe you do need prompts, maybe you don't want prompts. Maybe you want to just brain dump and empty all the junk out of your head so that you have space for other things. Maybe you want to get messy. Maybe you want to just keep it all positive. Maybe you want to just dump all the negative things in there. So I think the biggest mistake we make is not trying, but doing something repeatedly that's not working for us, and then giving it up because it doesn't work. There's a way that's going to work for you. You just have to find your way.
I love that. I love that. I think journaling, when I was in depression, it's also art. And I remember as of now, the journaling helped me a lot. I'm such a big advocate for journaling. And I would love to know, okay, so just what I'm hearing you saying is just starting and doing and trying different things, and you
Hmm.
will find your type of journaling.
Yes.
So what will be your number one advice that you could give, like number one advice to anyone who wants to start a practice
I think
with journaling?
the biggest thing is to start and continue, right? So if after a few days this isn't working for you, try something different. If that's not working, try something different. There's so many different ways. You can definitely come to me, but there's all sorts of different free things on the internet, even that you can find to, whether it be prompts or, however that you want to do that. So not quitting, I think, is the most important part. That's a really, don't quit, just shift it instead. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so in my last question is what if, finish the blank, if you really knew me, you will know that I am,
Oh, I am creative and I am also a little odd. So I think a little bit outside the box. And the people who gravitate towards me also like to think a little bit outside the box, are willing to try new things because I like to try new things and just have fun with trying. So I think that's what they would know about me.
I love that advice. Trying, doing. Just keep trying. All right. So another question that just popped up in my mind is I know a lot of people scared to let that was definitely for me when I was younger. I thought in the movies, okay, people write these journals, and then what happened if somebody reads it?
Mhm.
Like, what
Yeah.
if you have this fear? I think that's will be a lot in our minds. What do you do then? How do you overcome this?
There's so many ways that you can get through that because number one, very few people will, I mean, there are some people who definitely will be interested, but very few people are interested. It's a bigger fear than reality. But there's different ways of journaling to get through that. One that I use is to actually write one direction on my page, turn it, write another direction on my page, turn it. So I end up writing in all four directions on my page. So you cannot read that afterwards. The other way is to write in water soluble markers, pencil crayons, and then put water on top of it and wash it away. Another, some people like to just rip it up and or burn it right away. Gluing pages together and using them for an art journal. So you have two sort of thin pages, you write on them, you glue them together, and then you do art on top of them. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So, how can anyone find you and how they can get in touch with you?
I can be found at www.creativeu, that's the letter u.ca. We are in Canada, even though we are global. So that's where you can find me. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and all the rest.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on, and we'll see you tomorrow in the next episode. And don't forget, if you want to stay in sync with the Purposeful community, text us +1 401 399 4105 and leave any feedback and what type of journaling do you love to use. I would love to know. Thank you so much. Thank you, Larissa, and bye, everyone.
Thank you.
And if you love this episode and you would love to see more of that, click the subscribe button to Purposeful Woman Podcast. And don't forget to text us to stay in tune with the Purposeful community for awesome tricks by texting to number +1 401 399 4105. And we will link descriptions in the episode to all of that we mentioned today. Bye. Turn your one day to day one with a purposeful day.